What if the very first thing you eat in the morning is quietly draining the strength and circulation you need most as a man over 60? What if those nagging symptoms, numbness below the waist, weaker performance, or low energy aren't just getting older, but the result of one hidden breakfast mistake? And what if the fix isn't a pill, a supplement, or a complicated program, but a handful of simple foods you probably already have in your kitchen? Hi, I'm Dr. Nana, and in this video from Senior Health Boost, I'm going to show you exactly how to turn your breakfast into a natural engine for better circulation, stronger pelvic muscles, and renewed confidence without side effects or expensive prescriptions. If you're a man over 60 experiencing those uncomfortable warning signs, age might not be the only factor at play. The real culprit could be what's on your plate in the morning. Most men have no idea that breakfast can either set them up for strong, healthy blood flow, or slowly chip away at it over time. Even more surprising, many are overlooking one simple dish that could help reverse the problem. For over 30 years in urology, I've worked with thousands of men who believed their intimacy was fading simply because they were getting older. But here's the encouraging truth. Your body actually wants to restore circulation in your lower body, it just needs the right tools. And those tools aren't in a pharmacy. They're on your breakfast table. Specifically, there are 5 foods you can eat in the morning that directly support male circulation. Chances are, you already know these foods, but you've never used them in the specific way I'm going to show you today. In this video, I'll reveal how 5 simple ingredients can improve blood flow to the pelvic region, repair and strengthen muscle tissue, and boost your confidence in less than a week. And we're talking about results without the worry of dangerous side effects. So stay with me until the very end, because I'll also share a unique combination that has helped men experience noticeable improvements in under 7 days. But before we start, let me ask you this. What is one small step you've taken today to improve your health? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every single one, and your feedback helps me create better, more targeted content for you. And if you're ready for more science-backed, no-nonsense tips for living stronger and healthier after 60, hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you never miss a new Senior Health Boost video. Now, let's get to the first food, something you probably already have in your refrigerator but may have underestimated for years. It's easy to eat, familiar, and when enjoyed at the right time, it can boost circulation and speed muscle repair in the area that matters most. That food is plain yogurt, nature's powerhouse for restoring lower body circulation after age 60. Time and again, I've sat across from men in my office frustrated, embarrassed, and wondering why things just aren't the same anymore. When I ask about their breakfast, the answer is almost always the same. Doctor, I just have coffee, maybe a slice of toast if I remember. What they don't realize is that at this stage in life, the body desperately needs a specific set of nutrients first thing in the morning. And one of the richest, most effective sources of those nutrients has been sitting quietly in their fridge for decades. Yogurt in its simplest unflavored form. Yes, it might seem like just a light snack. But if you're a man over 60 and you're not eating plain yogurt daily, you're missing one of nature's most powerful tools for restoring blood flow and strength exactly where you need it most. In the last section, we discovered how one simple food, plain yogurt, can do more than just fill your stomach. It can help restore blood flow, strengthen pelvic muscles, and support confidence where it matters most for men over 60. Now, let's build on that with more powerful breakfast additions that work in harmony with your body. When it comes to lower body strength and vitality, the secret lies in nourishing your body with the right building blocks, and doing it first thing in the morning. In plain yogurt, 3 key components make all the difference: probiotics, protein, and calcium. Protein and calcium work together to strengthen your pelvic floor muscles, the very muscles that support healthy erections, help you control bladder function, and keep you steady and balanced throughout the day. Probiotics, meanwhile, play an equally important role by reducing inflammation. Why does that matter? Because inflammation can narrow or clog blood vessels, slowing circulation and making it harder for your body to perform at its best. As we age, blood circulation naturally slows down, and certain muscles are among the first to feel the effects. But here's the good news: when you give your body the right nutrients at the right time, especially in the morning, it responds. Your legs and hips feel more stable. You have fewer cramps and less numbness. And yes, in those intimate moments, you feel more secure and capable. And here's the key: this change doesn't come from a pill or a prescription. One of my patients, James, age 65, told me he hadn't experienced a morning erection in more than 2 years. 4 weeks after replacing his usual breakfast with a bowl of plain yogurt topped with just a drizzle of honey, he called me, his voice buzzing with excitement. "Dr. Nana," he said, "I woke up this morning feeling like I was 40 again." That is the power of giving your body exactly what it needs, exactly when it needs it. Now, let's talk about the second ingredient, one I call the artery cleaning protein, quinoa with almonds. Whenever an older gentleman comes into my office complaining about poor circulation, heavy legs, or fading performance, my first question isn't about medication. It's about breakfast. More often than not, there's either no breakfast at all, or it's a sugar-loaded, refined carb meal that does nothing to support circulation. So what I recommend might sound too simple to matter: a warm bowl of quinoa sprinkled with walnuts or almonds. But I've seen it change lives more times than I can count. Quinoa on its own is a powerhouse against aging arteries. It's rich in magnesium and fiber to nutrients that help relax blood vessels, improve flexibility in the artery walls, and promote smooth, steady blood flow. For men over 60, this kind of circulatory support isn't optional, it's essential. And when you add almonds, that's when something remarkable happens. Almonds are loaded with healthy fats, vitamin E, and antioxidants that fight inflammation, relax blood vessels, and help blood flow more freely. Together, quinoa and almonds form a breakfast duo that benefits your heart, your brain, and directly your ability to achieve and maintain a healthy erection. I remember Robert, a 69-year-old retired teacher, telling me he felt like his body had started shutting down after retirement. His energy was low, climbing stairs felt like a chore, and intimacy was becoming a distant memory. I persuaded Robert to replace his sugary cereal with a warm bowl of quinoa, topped with almonds, fresh blueberries, and just a pinch of turmeric. Within 2 weeks, he noticed his legs felt lighter. Within a month, he was sleeping better, waking up with more energy, and as he put it, feeling like myself again, inside and out. He laughed when he told me, "Dr. Nana, I never thought a bowl of quinoa could do all that." But that's the truth. The food you choose first thing in the morning sets the tone for your blood flow, energy levels, and physical performance for the entire day. This isn't just about eating healthy, it's about sending the right message to your arteries. When you give your body a nutrient-rich, warm breakfast, you signal to your blood vessels that it's safe to open up. You're nourishing muscles, energizing nerves, and keeping that feeling of vitality alive. And now, it's time for the third ingredient, one that works almost like a natural Viagra, but without the dangerous side effects: pomegranate. If you're ready to take your circulation to the next level, this is where you start. Sadly, most men overlook it or think of it as nothing more than a fancy garnish at a holiday party. I'll never forget Michael, one of my patients, 63 years old. When I told him to start eating pomegranate in the morning, he chuckled and said, "Dr. Nana, I thought that was just a fancy party snack." What happened next? That's a story worth telling, and it's exactly where we'll pick up in the next section. In the last section, we talked about quinoa with almonds, a warm, nutrient-rich breakfast that supports circulation and muscle strength. Now, it's time to introduce a fruit that many men completely overlook, yet it works almost like nature's own performance booster. Michael, the 63-year-old patient I mentioned earlier, had no idea that pomegranate is one of nature's most underrated tools for restoring healthy blood flow, especially to the areas that matter most for men. And he's not alone. Most men have no clue. Pomegranate is loaded with polyphenols, powerful antioxidants that stimulate your body's production of nitric oxide. Why is that important? Nitric oxide is the very molecule that relaxes and opens your blood vessels, allowing more blood to flow freely into the groin. In other words, you're fueling the exact same biological pathway that popular ED medications use, but you're doing it naturally, with food instead of pharmaceuticals. Even better, pomegranate works surprisingly fast. Some of my patients notice increased sensitivity and stronger morning erections within a week of adding it to their routine. It's not magic, it's simply giving your body the natural tools it needs to function as it was designed. No artificial drugs, no harsh side effects, just the right nutrients at the right time, directly from your breakfast plate. 2 weeks after he started, Michael called me again, chuckling, "Dr. Nana, I don't know if it's the pomegranate or just the fact I'm finally eating breakfast, but something's definitely waking up down there." We laughed, but his results were real. The polyphenols were doing their job, opening his blood vessels and bringing new life to his lower body. For best results, I recommend eating pomegranate on an empty stomach or just before your main breakfast. A handful of fresh seeds or a small glass of pure, unsweetened juice is all you need. Avoid processed juices with added sugar. They can work against your goals. If you've been searching for a simple, refreshing way to feel more energized and alive below the waist, pomegranate might be the missing link. But let's keep going, because if you truly want to maintain your morning energy, restore balance, and prepare your entire lower body for the day ahead, you'll want to hear about the next food. It's creamy, versatile, and when paired with a little healthy fat, it becomes one of the most effective circulation-supporting breakfasts I recommend. This brings us to the fourth ingredient, what I call the circulation stabilizer, avocado with olive oil. Throughout my career, I've made countless recommendations, but this one often gets the most surprised looks. Avocado for circulation? Patients ask. Yes, and here's why it makes perfect sense. After several hours without food overnight, your muscles, including those in your legs, pelvis, and yes, even your penis, are running at their bare minimum. Your blood vessels are hungry for nourishment, your muscles crave energy, and your nervous system needs stability. That stability can come from something as simple as half an avocado, mashed and drizzled with high-quality extra virgin olive oil. Avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats that keep your arteries flexible, while their potassium content helps regulate blood pressure. Olive oil adds anti-inflammatory compounds and antioxidants that further improve blood flow, support nerve function, and help maintain sensitivity. Together, they provide a steady, lasting form of energy, the kind that fuels your muscles and nerves throughout the day, not just in the bedroom but in every activity that demands strength and endurance. And we're not done yet. On the next page, I'll reveal the fifth and final breakfast food in this powerful circulation-boosting lineup, one that's probably already in your pantry, but when used the right way, can take your performance to another level. We just covered the fourth ingredient, avocado with olive oil, a creamy, nutrient-packed combination that fuels circulation, balances nerve health, and restores energy from the inside out. Now, let's see how one final fruit can take your vitality to the next level. As we age, vital nutrients that support muscle contraction, healthy circulation, and nerve function can quietly decline. That's why starting the day with real, nutrient-rich foods matters so much. One of my patients, William, was 72 when he came to me complaining about heavy, numb legs and a dull ache in his groin every morning. He'd tried stretching, massages, even prescription medication. Nothing worked. I suggested one small change. With his usual breakfast, drink a glass of warm water and eat half an avocado drizzled with extra virgin olive oil. 3 days later, he called, almost in disbelief, "Dr. Nana, I don't know what's happening, but my legs feel lighter, and I'm not leaning on the nightstand just to get up anymore." He was shocked such a simple change could bring such relief. But that's the power of real food. It doesn't just mask symptoms, it restores balance from within. Avocados may seem ordinary, but when eaten this way, they quietly strengthen circulation, stabilize essential nutrients, and energize every step you take. Now for the fifth and final food, blackberries. I like to call them the vitality booster. Too many men overlook these small, dark berries, yet they're incredibly potent for muscle health and circulation. Blackberries are rich in anthocyanins, antioxidants that strengthen blood vessels and improve arterial flexibility. They're also packed with vitamin C and fiber, which help reduce inflammation and keep muscles functioning smoothly. My patient David, 66, decided to add a handful of blackberries to his breakfast every day. Within a week, he noticed more energy, better stamina, and improved sensitivity. "Dr. Nana," he told me, "I never imagined something so small could make such a big difference." Whether fresh or frozen, blackberries are easy to work into your morning. Mix them into yogurt, blend them into a smoothie, or simply enjoy them on their own. You'll still get the benefits. If you've made it this far, I know you're serious about taking control of your health. You're not just coasting through this stage of life and letting your body do what it will. You're still in the fight, and that's a good thing. You now have 5 powerful tools to restore circulation, strength, and confidence. 1. Plain yogurt. 2. Quinoa with almonds. 3. Pomegranate. 4. Avocado with olive oil. 5. Blackberries. But tools don't help if they sit unused. Real change begins the moment you act. So here's my challenge. Tomorrow morning, commit to eating at least one of these 5 foods. It could be plain yogurt with a touch of honey. Maybe a warm bowl of quinoa with nuts and a sprinkle of cinnamon. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to happen. Remember, the food you eat within the first hour of waking is one of the most important choices you make all day. It impacts your circulation, your energy, your self-confidence, and your ability to live life on your own terms. In the next section, we'll bring it all together, showing you exactly how to combine these foods into a simple, repeatable morning routine that can start transforming your health in under a week. We've gone through all 5 of the powerful morning foods that can help restore circulation, strength, and confidence for men over 60. Now, it's time to put them into action and to understand why your mornings hold the key to lasting change. One of the most important habits you can build starting today is this: never skip breakfast. Don't wait until you're halfway through the morning, running on empty, feeling drained, or already behind. By then, your body is trying to play catch up. Instead, when you wake up, listen to what your body is asking for, because that first hour is when your blood vessels are most responsive, your circulation is most ready to improve, and your muscles are primed to take in nourishment. This is the moment to feed your body exactly what it needs to start repairing, rebuilding, and recharging. When you consistently give your body the right fuel at the right time, something remarkable happens. You begin to break the cycle of slow decline that age tries to impose. And while you might not wake up tomorrow with a dramatic transformation, small signs will start to appear in just a few days. You may notice more energy in your legs, more warmth and better blood flow in your groin, a stronger, steadier step, and greater responsiveness in the parts of your body that matter most to your confidence and connection. Over time, these changes add up. You might sleep more deeply. You might wake up with a sense of vitality you haven't felt in years. And yes, you might even regain a part of yourself you thought was gone for good. If you're thinking, "But I'm too old for this to work," let me assure you you're not. I've worked with men in their 60s, 70s, and even late 80s who completely turned around their vitality, energy, and intimacy simply by committing to one simple thing: starting each day with purpose and with foods that support their body's natural systems. It's not about chasing trends. It's not about expensive supplements or complicated routines. It's about deciding tomorrow morning to take that first step toward change and actually doing it. So I'll ask you directly, when the sun comes up tomorrow, will you take that step? Or will you wait another day, hoping things improve on their own? I've worked with thousands of men over decades in practice, and if there's one lesson I've learned, it's this: getting older does not make you weaker. What truly limits us is what we stop giving to ourselves: the effort, the care, and the right tools. Now, you know those tools. 5 simple, powerful morning foods. Plain yogurt quinoa with almonds, pomegranate with olive oil, black borejak 1 can help restore blood flow, improve sensitivity, support muscle function, and bring life back to parts of your body that may have felt neglected for far too long. These are not gimmicks, and they're not short-lived fads. They're backed by science, and they work with your body's own biology. And it's not just about the foods, it's about timing and consistency. You now understand when to eat them for maximum benefit, and how to combine them in ways that target circulation, energy, and overall vitality. You've seen that the way you spend your first hour after waking can set the tone for your entire day, influencing your stamina, your confidence, your sense of security, and even your relationships. You don't need to overhaul your whole life in one day. Just start. Start now. It's your morning, claim it. Let your breakfast work for you. Turn every bite into a message to your body that says, "I'm still here, and I'm not done yet." This isn't the end of your story. It's the beginning of your next chapter, and it starts tomorrow morning, with a choice only you can make. Final word from Dr. Nana. I believe in you. I've seen men just like you make this decision and change their lives not by chance, but by choice. And you can too. If this video has motivated you to take action, here's what to do next. Like this video to show your commitment to your health. Subscribe to Senior Health Boost so you never miss science-backed, practical tips to help you stay strong, confident, and independent at any age. Share this with a friend or loved one who needs to hear it. You could be the reason they start their own journey to better health. Your future starts with the choices you make today. And tomorrow morning, your first choice is already waiting on your breakfast plate.